if you get your inputs and outputs right, you can add on AI directly into your business systems without humans having to be a bottleneck in those processes. I think what a lot of people get stuck in is the novelty points of not using it as much systematically in their workflow. The most likely way is really scheduling in focus time. I can't tell you how many people I've spoken with. They hear I'm an AI expert, or they know I'm an AI expert. Say, yeah, I really gotta schedule that Friday afternoon, and I can't tell you how many times I've heard that. That old Friday afternoon that's still yet to be scheduled, to really carve out, let's say 3 hours to dive into this material. And when you're diving in, I recommend that people do get their hands dirty, but they also look at examples. Everyone will have their own mixture of learning here, but for most folks, I think there should be like a 50-50 balance. Study what other people are doing, find examples you like to copy, and then 50% just get your hands dirty and see what you can create. In that time, I would also recommend to go beyond ChatGPT. So first of all, if you're using the paid version, there are great plugins out there that you can be experimenting with. And I also recommend that people check out something called the Playground. You can find, if you would type in ChatGPT Playground, you'll get into the user interface that shows the back end of these tools, basically how the API works. And the reason why that is so cool is if you spend a little bit of time learning that, you can then, with no-code platforms like Zapier or Make.com, you can then create automations with these technologies, which can get really crazy very fast, because all of a sudden, if you get your inputs and outputs right, you can add on AI directly into your business systems without humans having to be a bottleneck in those processes. Another thing I recommend people do is they check out various Chrome extensions. You got to be careful with these, because there can definitely be a lot of scams or else things that can steal your data. But I still recommend that people at least expand their purview beyond just ChatGPT, because there are a lot of interesting tools out there that are running off of it but can help you out. Once you have dived into it yourself as a business owner and you're leading by example, it becomes a matter of finding out where in your business to then add it in. Typically, most people, or most business owners, I believe, will find the lowest hanging fruit to be in one of 5 areas, which are prospecting and sales. And this is where they might want to be adding in AI automations in how they're dealing with prospects and how they're moving people through their funnel. The second area is to be onboarding clients. Third is in customer support. Fourth way to add AI being adding employee training or employee manuals as AI. And then number 5 is data transformation, which is typically data entry. But if you need to transform data or enrich data, those are 5 areas that you can add it in. If you don't know where to get started, I recommend all business owners to create a diagram of their business. You should be obviously tracking your numbers very effectively, and should see where in your workflows do more errors occur than you would like them to occur, but also which areas have clean inputs and outputs. Because I think of all problems as inputs and outputs problems. The problem, of course, is that sometimes the inputs are unclear. If there's an area where the inputs and outputs are clear, then AI can really be added in quite effectively. So those are the methodologies I give to people and coach people through when they're thinking about how to add AI into their business. Not only were we a little bit wrong, we were completely dead wrong. It turned out that the hardest things to automate were the blue collar work, and the easiest things to amplify were the white collar work.